Hi, John. This is Greg at Quality Transmission. Just talked to you. I got your transmission out. That's the Mow Digger right there. Kind of dirty. Got your Corvette tail housing right there. They changed the seal and bushing and front seal. This is your pan. I know you said it's been a while since it's been off, and this stuff here you're going to see in a lot of trans, especially if it hasn't been serviced in a while. That's friction material that wears. This right here is very abnormal. It's metal. It's making metal from somewhere, and I'll go over that in just a second. The pump has to come off on the transmission because there's a seal, a gasket, an O-ring, and a bushing in that pump. So they pull those out to reseal it. Your front set of clutches and the band is always right in front. This is your band. Okay. You can see there's some black. That's friction material there. But inside, that's usually a tannish material. Once it's embedded in oil, it's kind of a dark reddish tannish material. Yours is black. It's black from slipping. That's what causes heat, and it crystallizes and starts to wear from there. And again, this is stuff that's going to gradually get worse from this point. There's a couple other things I want to show you in the same regard. Now, a new band. Do we have a band close by, buddy?
Band?
Yeah. I thought I had one here, but frictions are the same as the band, and friction material typically starts off like this right here. Can you take that over?
Yeah, you guys
Typically
went through these yesterday. Oh, okay.
looks like that right there. Same as your band. Once they get hot, they turn black and they start to wear. And I'm telling you that and showing you that for a reason. This is the drum I was telling you. Well, here's the pump. We always put a seal here, and then the gasket, which you can see yours is broke, and then there's an O-ring right here. There's bushings. Okay, those are part of the reseal we were talking about. Right inside there, John, is this drum. This is your input drum. This goes into the torque converter right here. This is your frictions. You have a friction of steel, a friction of steel. It's kind of like having brakes, and you look at them. Somebody says, "Well, you got 20% left." Well, what's that mean? Well, that means 80% of it's gone, and they're going to wear out before too long. Even though you haven't really felt any problems with your brakes, it's still inevitable. Well, your clutches are the same way. This is the same thing I showed you just a minute ago, a friction, and then a steel, and then a friction, and a steel, a friction and a steel, and there's several clutch packs like that, John. Now these right here, they've been slipping. They're black, but they're very thin. They're just about getting down to paper thin. So again, this transmission's always under pressure. It's always compensating for pressure, kind of like a self-adjusting clutch. Next thing you know, it's slipping, and you're pulling the tranny back out. Well, why didn't we say something when we had it out? That's why I'm telling you this now, because based on experience, that's exactly what happens. These dark spots, that indicates this clutch has been slipping. Again, it's dark, it's black. Once it starts, it's like cancer. It just continues from there. It doesn't stop. The newer ones that go in are high energy. A lot of these clutches will be high energy, and band will be high energy. So they found problems with them and corrected it with high energy bands. Same here. You got bushings that are starting to wear. You've got clutches again that are black and spots on the steels where it's been slipping. Again, whether you felt it or not, you're going to. They're at the life. These clutches here are just about at the life. If we were giving percentages, you'd be 10 or 20% left. The drum, the one that the band rides on, you can see it's starting to get hot on here, and after a while it's going to start burning into this drum. You're going to end up replacing the drum. You got a set of clutches in there. What I would do at this point, the one thing the builder wanted you to know is that this little plastic dam right here is replaced on every rebuild, and it does something with the lubrication to the very back of the transmission, to the planetaries. Planetaries are in the back, in this area right here. And when that dam starts to go bad, you start to lose lubrication to the planetary gear set. he feels that's what you're seeing right here, and that's something that isn't going to go away. That is something that's going to have to be repaired, replaced on a rebuild. So if you would, give me a call or come by before I just reseal this thing. I really think you should take a look at this and give it consideration, because you're here now, and you know it means more money, probably another $1,500 or so to build this thing to the specs it needs to be at and to handle what you got. Otherwise, you know, this transmission was basically a 100,000, 120,000 mile tranny. You've got 170. You're on borrowed time, pal. So give me a holler. I'm going to get this to you, and then give me a call once you get it, or just swing by and we'll go from there. All right?